Good morning. We are sending out a Power of Next welcome as we BOMAC talk our latest resource, the Universal Language of Nonverbal Communications Management. It is the latest addition to the Universal Language of Management series. This book is a great book to end the year and the series with. It touches on the intuitive reflexes and signals we send with our body language, with our actions, along with other boundaries that set limits and deliver messages as to how we feel and what we believe. I'm Tanisha Bocali, Managing Partner of Urbanetectonics, LLC. I am your humble host, bringing these BOMAC Talk 2018 sessions to owners, managers, and administrators who have management problems and are seeking viable management solutions. We provide a 10-core assessment, service, and resource to 12 industries in the format of web links, videos, podcasts, available at our website, online sources, and on social media pages. This is all brought to you based on our commitment to build a database of media that educates potential clients, owners, managers, and administrators on efficient and effective management systems and tools. Client interest made it apparent that future clients, owners, managers, and administrators could benefit from having a support group, open discussion, and resources dedicated to pre-planning and implementing quality management solutions. We would like to thank our sponsor, Urbanetectonics, LLC, fitting the bill for the event, activity, and person, and division financially. Let's listen to this excerpt of the Universal Language of Nonverbal Communications Management. Chapter 1, The Importance of the Nonverbal. What is nonverbal communication? It is the way you and I communicate without using words. It's a sign language built on association and implied learning. It is the first thing we learn when we come out into this world as babies. We come out with a loud noise, letting everyone know I'm here and I'm alive. A sound that we soon learn that will get those adults running to our beck and call. Once we can open our eyes, we smile, respond to noise and touch. We copy what we see until we are able to communicate with those words, with those first words. We show our displeasure by spitting out food, throwing items on the floor, crying loudly, and showing other signs of discomfort. We can see excitement, joy, and unhappiness all in the expressions of our face, body language, and actions. Chapter 2, it's all about presentation. No longer a child or thinking like a child, we grow to be intentional on our presentation. We start selecting the way we want to dress. You can see our individuality and personality and how we present ourselves, what types of colors we like, what style of clothes we wear, how we keep our hair, hygiene, and clothes. All this presents an impression of who we are and how we have grown. Chapter 3, Nonverbal Communication Methods. We learn it when we are young to put symbols, numbers, and letters together for speaking, writing, and reading. From the moment of our first word spoken, we become aware of a more intelligent way to communicate our desires, wants, and needs. Our parents adored it, our teachers rewarded it, and if we're good at it, we advance to the next grade. The engineers who designed the automobile know a thing or two about nonverbal communication. Someone made an intention to communicate to you the use of their product, and they went to great lengths to make sure you did it safely, even as far as to requiring you to obtain a driver's license. The automobile uses turn signals that make a sound and shows with rear and front lights your intent to turn or change lanes. The horn and brake lights give a resounding caution to other drivers that something is going on that needs your attention. When you leave the door open, you get a sound of negative reinforcement that causes you to positively close the door, to take the key out of the ignition, or to turn your headlights off. There are icons ready to flash to make you aware that your car needs oil, that the air in your tires is low, or that there's some malfunction elsewhere. Then there are the symbols, lines, and colors on the roads that communicate when you cross, when to stop, when to yield, etc. The stoplights, which colors tell you when it is your turn to proceed, turn, or stop. It is only recently that we started using digital boards where we could put messages on billboards or highway signs to convey information to drivers, which is a bit more distracting. Texting, car television, hands-free phones, GPS, and self-driving technology have made driving a bit smarter and a bit more complicated. One message is clear. There's a language associated with driving, and if you want to operate a vehicle, you must learn that language to an improved level. Chapter 4: Nonverbal Spatial Relationships. There are nonverbal spatial relationships that are embedded into our daily lifestyle. Take the position of the front door of our home. If you found the front door anywhere except near the front of the house near the street, you would think there was something odd about the house. What about the wayfinding signage at the mall? You use the "You Are Here" map all the time without really acknowledging that these are a set of floor plans. Similarly, we use the fire escape plans at your local school or during travel in hotels. I think we all know when someone's getting into our personal space. When sitting next to someone on a bus, standing next to them in an elevator, or waiting in line to use the restroom, there's a mutual understanding of what's too close. We define these boundaries and barriers, whether implied or directly defined. Fences, gates, doors, walls, upstairs, downstairs, etc. They create these barriers and boundaries that define public, private, open, or closed. The layout defines importance through size and proximity. Chapter 5, the Nonverbal Client Experience. What would the client appreciate me doing in this moment? Does our service and products line up with what the client really wants? How can we intuitively tap into the natural way that our target market buys these types of services? How can we connect with what they are familiar with and expect to get an opportunity to introduce or a unique value proposition? How can we be transparent about our typical client service cycle? How can we provide ways of constructive feedback so that we are in touch with the experience of the end user? How can we use the characteristic of our target market to enhance and inform our service offering? How can we fully engage with the humanity of our client so that we are not only solving a problem but making a meaningful impact? How can we provide consistency within our process so that our expectation and transparency are built in the way we do things? How can we instill that it is everyone's responsibility to take part in creating good client experiences? These are the questions we look to answer with our marketing strategy and plan. We believe if we put the right industry-specific message in front of the right decision-making people at the right timing of their current or future need, that we will see those nonverbal cues that lead to positive client results. Chapter 6, Making an Impact Through the Nonverbal. Technology advances in nonverbal communication has us scratching our heads one moment and burying our head down into the phone screen the next moment. Our silence now is not of thoughtful nonverbal communication, where we are in an intimate conversation or engaged discussion. No, our silence is more due to the clicking on and sliding of the phone screen as we text our smiley face that we are laughing out loud or that our current status is happy. We become generic, not genuine, shortened, not expressive, and distracted, not engaged. So can making nonverbal communication more real be the answer? Is the advancement of artificial intelligence, augmented and virtual reality going to improve the quality of life, the human experience, or communities at large? Only time will tell. Thank you for lending your ear to us for this 2018 session of BOMAC Talk on the Universal Language of Nonverbal Communications Management. That's right, we're talking about it, and we want you to talk about it too. We surely appreciate your support. Urbanetectonics LLC is an umbrella for management consulting service in our vertically integrated divisions. We serve owners, managers, and administrators with a custom package of viable management solutions specific to their express management problems. Send someone else the link to this information and help us grow our listeners. Go to www.urbanetek2.com. Click Multimedia to listen to this recording and to connect with other resources for owners, managers, and administrators. So what's next?